So one of the Muslims asked me, why does Jesus say, my God, why hast thou forsaken me if he's not God? And that's a prophecy that he's quoting, Psalm 22, chapter 1, where it says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Why are you so far from helping me and from the words of my roaring? And if you read down to verse 15, it describes the crucifixion, and it is dried up like a potsherd, my tongue cleaveth to my jaws, and thou hast brought me into the dust of death. It says, I'm poured out like water, all my bones are out of joint. My heart is like wax, it is melted in the midst of my bowels. My strength is dried up like a potsherd, my tongue cleaveth to my jaws, and thou hast brought me into the dust of death. For dogs have compassed me, the assembly of the wicked have enclosed me, they pierced my hands and my feet. So it's about the crucifixion. That's why he says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? Because at that time, all of the Pharisees would have had Psalm 22 memorized. And as soon as he says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? This verse would come to memory, and they would remember the whole psalm, and where it says, they pierced my hands and my feet. So he was saying this prophecy is fulfilled. Like, the crucifixion has happened. Now this is the Messiah, and he's crucified. And the Pharisees, they had changed so much from what they originally were and gotten so far away from what God was trying to reveal to them about Jesus and about their Messiah. They didn't know that it says that they didn't know he was there when he was there. They didn't know that the Messiah was there, and they helped to crucify him because they didn't know this was their Messiah. When Jesus was saying, I am God, and before Abraham was, I am, then they took up stones to stone him, and they tried to kill him because he was claiming to be God. And they didn't realize all the miracles he was doing were showing them this is the Messiah, that he was born of a virgin. This is the Messiah. It wasn't clicking. And I think there's a lot of narcissism going on or something because they didn't know what they were doing. They were just out of their minds. So, but when he says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? It would bring up the whole psalm into their mind. Verse 5, it says, he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. So it's talking about the crucifixion and that he's going to be going through this for the sins of mankind. He's going to go through this for everyone's sins. That's what the Messiah came to do, was to die for our sins. And it says, all we like sheep have gone astray. We have turned every one to his own way, and the Lord hath laid on him the iniquity of us all. But at that time, the Pharisees were so ignorant of what their Messiah was about, they didn't recognize him when he came, and instead they crucified him. And that was also talked about in the Psalms. It says that that he would be betrayed by his own brethren. Just like the story of Joseph, when you look at the story of Joseph, how he was betrayed by his own brethren, and that's a picture of Jesus. Like, Jesus was betrayed by the Pharisees, who should have known that this was their Messiah, and basically they crucified their own brother. And that's the whole thing with the story of Joseph being forsaken by his brothers. That's what happened to Jesus. So that's why they weren't understanding what he was saying when he was claiming to be God, when he said before Abraham was, I am, because they had become ignorant of what the Messiah was coming to do. And in Psalm 22, like I said, when he says, my God, why hast thou forsaken me? He's expecting them to remember Psalm 22:16, where it says, they pierced my hands and my feet. So that was him saying, look, it's me on the cross. It's me, it's Jesus on the cross dying. This prophecy is fulfilled, and He came to save mankind.